Alright guys, this is a video going to go over the pre-setup package that I put together for Opensim 0.8.1. This is going to include the Hypergrid version of a grid setup. So you're going to have robust, which is going to be using the robust hg.ini. We're going to also have a pre-configured two regions, a welcome center and a sandbox. And it's going to include all the pre-setup files that you need to edit. So we're going to start with the robust. So once you get this file downloaded to your computer, extract the files, and you're going to go into a folder. Let's see where we have it here. So just pretend this is your downloads folder. You're going to have these here. So the first file that you want to edit is the robust and Wi-Fi. So what you can do is just rename this, and let's say that your grid is called we'll just say my grid, and you just rate my grid robust, we'll call that basically. And then inside of there you're going to have these files. Now first off, let's go under bin. The only file in here that we need to edit is the robust.hg. So you just push R and it'll get you down there, and which is right here. So open that up inside your Notepad++, or any other program you use to edit your configuration files. So at the top, we're going to need to copy this here, or this part, sorry, rather, this last little bit. We're going to use that after in the shortcut that we make to start the file. But first, we're going to set it up. So all the areas that say yourdomain.com or yourgridurl.com, you're going to obviously put your domain in here. So let's say your domain is, let's say mygrid.com. So you just put that in there. Now if you've created an A record or something, I usually use login dot, so I would put login.mygrid.com, and then just leave this the way it is. But I'm just going to leave it that for now. So that's the first thing you edit. And then you continue down. All these are preset for you. Let's keep going down, down, down. So for here, under the database service, you're going to need to set your database password. But first, you need to create a database for your robust. So you just go into your MySQL that you downloaded, which would be MariaDB if you followed the instructions before. But you can use any one you want. Just put the database that you made for your MySQL, for your robust, in here. And then you would put your MySQL username in here. If you use root, you just put root in there. If you like to make it more secure, you can put anything. And then of course you define your password here, which says your MySQL password. So once you've set that section there, just keep going down. Now if you'll notice, we've already set the default region as welcome, and we've set a fallback region as sandbox. Then we've got that set here. So, but we'll cover that in a little second here. Now continuing down, this is for your currency. I put an example here. You just put a short form for your currency like AV, and then put the $sign or SB dollar, and that'll show in the viewer in the top right hand corner. If you want to charge for classifieds, you put that here. Uncomment this. This is your welcome message, so you can change this to whatever you want it to say when you log in. But I just put that. Just change this to your grid name if you want, or you can change it all up. It's up to you. And then continue down. I've set the destination guide for Hypergrid. Hypergrid, I guess that's how you say it. It's always a tongue twister for me. And keep going down. So that'll just show up once you click on destination guide in world. It's really cool. We have to thank Maria from Hypergrid Business for this. It's a very, very cool tool. So down here, this is the grid info service. Here we'll define the long name for your grid. So it would be like my grid, just my grid, or let's say Skylife grid. Here would be the short form. So you'd be, for Skylife, I put SLG. So you can just, it's like a short form for your grid. Here you would define your grid URL or IP address, and the same here, and the same here. Now, if you've created an A record, it would be login.yourgridurl.com. But whatever however you point to your server, that's what you'll put in there. And the same with here, and here, and here, and here. These are so that when people click on the Wi-Fi pages, it directs them to the right spot. All right, so keep going down. Here is your Wi-Fi setup. So you're going to put your grid name in here. You're going to put your FQDN, your URL to your server. FQDN is fully qualified domain name. So you can just put that in there, like login.yourgrid.com would, you can put in there, and the same here. It's the same as what you used across this entire setup. So whatever you put in above, just copy down here as well. Then here's where you choose your administrator's first name and last name, and you put the email address for that administrator in there. And here is if you want to control account registrations, you change this to true. So if you don't want people randomly joining without your permission, just change that to true. This is your default avatar. We'll just leave all that the same, unless you want, if people don't choose which one they want, then you can choose it to be female or male. But right now it's set default as neutral. And then at the bottom is where you set up your Wi-Fi STMP or SMTP rather. You're going to put your email address here and your email address password here. Now this is assuming you're using Google or Gmail, so you can just create an account there and then put it on here. So once that's done, you go ahead and save that, and the Robust HG is finished. The only thing that you have to do once you finish that actually is we're going to create a shortcut. So you take your robust.exe and you're going to create a shortcut on your desktop. Let's just do that. We'll create shortcut here, and then you can rename it Your Grid Robust. You can call it whatever you want. That's where this little section comes into play. So you have to highlight. It's at the very top of Robust HG. Highlight that, copy, go into Properties, and you're going to add that at the very end. Just put a couple spaces, paste it there, so that when you start that, it's going to tell it to read that INI file. And that's done. The next step in the next video will cover the regions and the other goodies to get the region simulators started with your sandbox and welcome region. Thanks for watching.